Do you feel the colored community doesn't get enough recognition when it comes to their role that they played in the dance music industry?
Not at all, because I think they all got, most of them basically got a raw deal, I would say. If I have to go back in history, back in, as I've said, been doing this for 45 years. So, to be honest with you, if you can even ask your family members or friends, wherever, go back to the earliest of days.
Yeah.
Back in the earlier days, there were no black nightclubs,
Okay.
but there were colored nightclubs and there were white nightclubs. And those were the recognized DJs in the DJ culture. Why I'm saying you could go to any town all over the country, but you would find those particular nightclubs.
Okay, let me get this right, Jazzy. You're saying that clubbing, night clubbing, initially was mostly just colored peeps before black people even started doing it.
There were probably in very
Certain townships.
minor areas where there were probably one or two, but not big clubs. When I'm talking about clubs, there are, even up to today, there's massive clubs still existing after 30, 40 years. And the other thing is just coming back to that, because when I was DJing in the 80s, I used to find people coming from the township to the colored neighborhoods to come and party. And they were even in bands come perform there, because they didn't have venues, reputable venues for them to get recognized as, imagine playing for a crowd of 1,000 people. They could probably perform in a hall or whatever, but that wasn't really what they were looking for back then. They wanted something to be in the limelight. Yeah. So that's why. So I can say that they were coming towards the colored neighbors to come perform and stuff like that. And then, as you said, that recognition is not there at all, because a lot of them have paved ways for a lot of guys that's here today. And with the interaction of friends, you probably have a lot of colored buddies, you as well, same like me. I remember, like, there was one time when I was staying in Durban. I just took a break and said, hey, let me just, start something in Durban. So I went to Durban, and I found out that in Durban, there was too much division and segregation. Why I'm saying that is because Durban is divided, it's Indian, colored, Zulu, and white. So I had friends in all those different races. So when I'm hanging out with Brian, then Sean Pillay is upset with me, calling names, because they have this name calling in Durban. So then, and I couldn't take that, because now I'm a people's person now, and I'm friends with everybody.
Everyone, yeah.
So I couldn't take that division thing, because I lived in a different environment. Music for me was a universal thing, so I give love to everybody. And then I said, no man, let me just, and I stayed there for about a year. I packed up, I said, I think I'm going to move back to Joburg. Came back to Joburg, because in Joburg, you can go anywhere, from the west to the south to the north, wherever. Doesn't matter. You can step into any place and enjoy yourself. You can walk up to a bar. You can start a conversation with anybody. Doesn't matter what color it is, and then you'll just, it's almost like you know this guy for 100 years, but it's a total stranger.
Yeah,
so that type of vibe you can't find anywhere. So, and just like here, as in Johannesburg. So I just felt like Johannesburg was a more open play field for everybody.
For everybody, right?
So, and coming back to the question again, yeah, I do feel that, and I stress it, that they don't get that recognition. And there's a lot of good guys out there. You probably have met a lot of guys in the industry.
Of course, yeah.
And, it's a sad reality at the end of the day. I mean, look at the number one hip-hop DJ in the country.
Yeah.
Ready D. Shout out to Ready
D.
D.
Shout out to Ready.
Dion is got my name. And we like brothers, from time to time we call each other. And, So
So
that
you,
alone.
do you feel that maybe Ready D is not getting enough of his flowers?
I would say he doesn't. Remember, there's one stage when he was on Fat Joe.
Yeah.
I think that was probably one of the platforms where everybody around the country could see how creative he was and what this all about, his character and creativity. Coming back to him now, he's on another level, 100 times better than what he was back then.
So Ready D
So
is
he-
even crazier now.
He's more crazier. He's doing some stuff there that it will blow your mind.
Yeah.
I will see if I can maybe speak to him and for you to interview him. So
Would love to.
Ooh.
Oh, that would
because
be-
the stuff that he's gonna do and say and talk about, and what I like about that guy, I was in Cape Town now a few weeks back. Actually went back twice, and the amount of stuff he's doing for the community.
yeah, I've seen
It
some
will
on
blow
in his
your
Instagram.
mind. Imagine like you'll go to, I'll make a typical example. You'll go to Soweto,
Yeah.
and then Brian's uncle has got some little shebeen thing there, but he's doing something for the community, like a jazz lounge type of thing.
Yes.
So what Reddy will do, he'll take his own camera and just start shooting and, you know what, this is Brian here. Brian's doing amazing work for the community. By the way, look at this jazz thing. What they do here, they do this thing every week. They try to create this awareness around the Kasi. They're doing this and they're doing that. You know, please come and support him. They also have some snacks and stuff, whatever. But the focus is not on him, but on the community.
Yeah.
And he pays that
Yeah.
back all the time. Like it's a different feeding schemes and stuff like that he's doing. Well, all I can say is doing an amazing job, and it doesn't stop. And what I like of him, of all the years that I've known him, the most humblest and respectful human being you can find to anybody, anytime.
Shout out to Reddy
shout
D,
out to
man.
Reddy
Yeah.
D.
You like when he speaks to me, we like Braz. You know, you can call me D or Brian, whatever. But he says, "What can I do for you, sir?"
Aish.
That humble, respectful attitude and character is just amazing. This guy, man.
One of the best to ever do it, man. Shout out to
Aye,
Reddy
Dion
D.
Daniels is.
Tell me, so did you have any history with Prophets of the City?
We've basically, when they started out playing the club scene back in the 80s, I used to be resident DJs at some of the venues in Joburg. Even down in P, I used to go visit, and then they used to
Play,
come and
yeah.
do some gigs there. But I always been support of the culture and stuff like that. So when in the drive, because it's something different and unique, and also they haven't moved away from the cultural thing that they're trying to portray and bring forward to the community.
To-
Because
community.
with them it was more than just music.
Yeah.
No, it's
a whole
it's about
culture.
the roots thing
Yeah.
to do with the culture. They're not shy to tell the story, where they're from and what they're all about. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole community, from young and old, they have a great amount of respect for them. And then imagine even traveling overseas for months at a time, living
Touring,
there,
yeah.
meeting up. I mean, there's some footage and stuff that they done with the most biggest hip hop and rap
Stars, yeah.
artists in the world, like
Ice Cube was one
where
of
they
them.
got respect from those guys, and to be, I mean, Jazzy Jeff is the top guy in the world. Where when that year when Jazzy won, he actually
The DJ
told the
competition,
guys that
yeah.
Reddy won this, because this guy is and that guy's got a great respect for Reddy D.
Reddy D.
Now you can imagine a professional, number one guy having respect for another simple guy, humble guy from our hometown.
He deserves the
He,
Grandmaster
for
honor,
sure,
right?
he does. He does.
does.
He's,
Yeah. No, no, he does.
He's in his own league. There's no one,
I don't,
you know.
I don't want to say that is that is also my top 5.
No, but he's
It is
definitely
though.
back,
What can I do?
Yeah.
It is.
What
I'm just not gonna reveal the other 3.
Okay,
but
cool.
definitely Jazzy D.
Ready D, yeah.
About D, both the
The
Ds.
Ds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to quickly do a follow up on Brian's on Brian's question about the colored community. What according to you, what do you think, or how do you think it could be changed, the perception on how can we maybe make sure that the colored community actually do get their flowers,
Their
of
flowers.
what they've done for the culture?
maybe collaboration and intervention here and there, because at the end of the day, to create a platform for them. Some of them do create their own platforms as per se, but with the older guys, I mean, there's a lot of good guys out there which I respect as well as DJs and friends, of course. Imagine you know somebody for over 30, 40 years that's still in the same game. Like for me personally, I mean, there's this other guy that I grew up with. Back in the 70s, 80s. I learned 2 things from that guy, which are very important in a DJ's career. He said, which is true anyway. He said, D, the most important person in this club is you. Why? You must be dressed to a kill because the guys watching you there want to be like you. The girls want to be with you. So make sure you look sharp all the time. And also, even if you have to play for 15 people, make sure you play like you are playing for 1,000 people. And make sure that so those 15 people can go out there and say, hey, this DJ is on another level. And give them the best of yourself. And then, push it forward. And I've learned that through the years. And we stayed friends for many, many years.
Received the same. We got the same message from our Grootman DJ Chalk.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
the same way that you put
Yeah.
it.
I think
So-
also DJ Crooks also mentioned it.
The same, right? Yeah. Shout outs to DJ Chalk, not DJ Crooks. You've groomed quite a few artists and DJs in the industry as well. Jazzy. Name some of the guys that that you've groomed who have become big names.
Hey, so many
You need a whole new show for that, yeah? You'll be like counting from the
Because you
first
probably have
one.
stories on all of them.
I assisted so many guys in the past. So,
maybe let's say 4 that come to mind.
Bob Mabena is one.
Yep.
DJ Pepsi,
Yeah.
DJ Pepsi, Oskido's younger brother.
younger brother. He told me even one day, he said, D, you know what, that maybe not a lot of guys give you the respect or acknowledgement, but you were there when my brother wasn't even there for me. My brother is probably one of the biggest guys in the country, but he never motivated or inspired me to be a DJ. But you are the guy that inspired me to be a DJ. And I said, really? I wasn't aware of that.
Wow.
Because I took my time
Yo.
and looking at the youngsters back in the 90s, because there was Junior from Boom Shaka.
Oh, Junior
Was
Sakela.
Labor Motors, late Labor was Stembisit, Chopper, Reason, Mahusana, Ishmael, Jacob, Danger for that used to rap with
Shaba.
with Shaba from that with Dumdu,
Yeah.
and a whole bunch of other guys, the Scheme Boys. The lists are endless. That used to come on Saturday afternoon, make time, because I wanted to find something to give them something to do. To keep them busy, because remember most of these guys were from disadvantaged families out of town, from Limpopo, Polokwane, Mpumalanga, wherever, and they came to Joburg as youngsters, and some of them were like sort of squatting at friends' places, even like they used to go to clubs, dance with do dance moves at the club, and then go home with a chick that maybe they had their own apartment just to go.
Find a place to sleep.
So I remember I used to do these mixtapes for them, where they could do dance routines, and I used to give them those tapes to say, okay, fine, now at least they can go to another club, go do some dance stuff there on stage, and earn a better bucks so they can buy some food, or maybe even contribute to the rent money, because some of them used to squat together. You know what I'm saying? And those are the things that fond memories I have of these guys. And even up to date, after all these years, some of them have the greatest respect for me. Not because I want it or need it, but because it's just what it is. And wherever I meet them, they always bow down to me and say, this guy is the guy. When we were nothing, when we were unknown, we were stranded, but he took a time to go out and say, do this for us or whatever. And, and I'm happy at least some of them turning to be, big guys.
Big names.
Superstars,
And looking back. And that was before they became even recording artists. I mean, I used to do this thing because I felt back then, imagine seeing a whole bunch of guys, disadvantaged kids from the Kasi, coming out to town and don't have anything to do. So I found that I need to do stuff for them, just to create that entertainment for them. So I used to play this instrumental dub mixes of them so they can go in freestyle. And that's how they used to nurture their craft back then. And some of them became big rappers and artists, made their own monies and fortunes throughout the years.
It's amazing how much Jazzy D has actually
done, and behind the scenes, not even, flaunting or letting the world know that he's doing this, just in his own space and time, just doing this for people and just saying, fly and do your own thing, And you don't find that a lot because people do it for the wrong reasons. They do it for PR reasons so that people can just see that I'm doing something good for someone else. And I have to applaud you for being able to, not want any accolades and just out of the goodness of your heart, saying I wanna do something to enrich someone's life. And you don't get that a lot in this industry.
No, there's a purpose. I think there's a purpose for everybody. And for me, my purpose in life, I always said that is to bring happiness to the masses out there. And I've done that through my music, either playing it or producing it, because I felt that people come to the club, you might find that some of them are happy or they're sad, but when they leave there, they leave with this unimaginable happiness feeling that somebody did something, but it's the DJ. So I just felt that is my purpose in life, to share that with people out there. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's always been one of my main aims in life, to share love with the people out there. And another guy I also want to give respect to is Glenn Lewis, because even when people used to disrespect him or disregard him, or maybe even criticize him, like, no, he can't mix or whatever the case may be, but he became one of the forces to be reckoned with, and still existing and still strong. And at least I'm happy to have been a part of that, where I could at least give it support to him when it came down to the mixing part or music here and there, and sharing some moments as well. So throughout the years, and mutual respect is always there. I mean, from time to time, I always hear people talking. Did you hear this? I said, hear what? No, and Glenn was telling a story about you, about this and that, and also been following you for all these years with music and stuff like it. And he played this mix and was just telling story here and there about you and stuff like it. And it's it's just great to hear those type of things from somebody that which is unexpected.
Jazzy D, in our world, like Wax is saying, you're one of favorites. Your contribution to the industry is not celebrated enough, and we feel that you know, it's time that we give you your flowers. You deserve these flowers, and I wish nothing but the best for you, and may you continue, and may God bless you, and thank God for blessing you with this talent.
Thank you.
And I really wish you nothing but the best for the future. Wex and I are just complete fans and idiots when we see you. Like you know, when you agreed to do this, we were both just like, Ntwana, he said yes, you know, because we are such fans of who you are and what you've done for the industry.
For the love.
Thank you so much, man.
As well, so,
Thank you for the time.
Much appreciated. So.
This is home. If there's anything you want to promote,
No, for sure.
bring it here, man.
Soweto has always been one of my most favorite places from back in the day, because imagine having that big crowd coming all the way from Soweto every weekend, even during the week,
That's
to
one.
come
That's
and
me.
support
I'm one
dance
of those.
music, and then I'm happy that at least I could share the love and experience with them throughout the years. And some will probably remember that and stuff like that, in the sense of what they used to look like and what they used to do, and all those. I remember those dance moves they used to do and razzmatazz. So it was crazy to see those people on the floor, you know, coming with new moves every week, and you know, it was just amazing time, you know. So
Aritsa Mairuna.
Re robola mo.